Oh shit. Morgan's finally a free man. He was a psycho, but now he about to meet up with the gang. Anyway, let's go ahead and go over this episode. Chris convinced the gang to check out, Bed-Stuy. He wanted to go back home and see what's going on with his family. But surprise, surprise. Shit. When they make it to the spot, that shit looked like Brooklyn. Half the houses was abandoned. Motherfuckers coming out there dead, look like crackheads all over the place. Shit was messed up. I think anybody pretty much figured that. I mean, that's pretty much going to happen every time we go to another place. It's going to be dead before then. They deaded that whole place, man. Shit was crazy. Anyway, Tyreese and Chris, they go to check out his crib, right? And they deaded the whole house. The whole house was gone. But one good thing is my boy is finally where he needs to be. Tyreese is on his way to the damn grave. Finally, because we've been tired of his ass. Thank God for baby bruh. Because what happened was when they went into the house to check on everything, it looked like that might have been Chris' mom or something like that. She got killed. Then you go in the back room and Tyreese sees pictures of Chris's baby brothers. It was twin boys, right? And when I seen the shit moving behind him, I said, that ain't Chris. One of his little brother, baby brother, popped out of nowhere, took Tyreese out, did what we all wanted to happen. And he was on the ground. He was hurt because that was a good bite. Knight took a nice bite out of crime. Anyway, Tyreese's hallucinations, right, finally tell him what we all wanted him to know. We all wanted him to know this. He was talking all that stuff about, okay, I got to stay humane and I can't do this, I can't do that. If I got to die to be, quote unquote, a good guy, then that's what has to happen. And that's where he's at now. But to be honest, those hallucinations were actually good. The way they were done in the information they shared. But he was saying that it's better like this and maybe I should go, whatever, because I didn't really fit in this world anyway, because I'm trying to be Mr. Good or whatever, Mr. Goody, and this ain't what the world's built for. Matter of fact, his man came back, the dude that he was supposed to kill in that shack that he let go, that set him up for a trap. He was in the hallucination. He said, man, if you didn't let me live, he said, we wouldn't have came back to, I wouldn't have told, what's that dude name? MacArthur, or whatever his name is. The dude that was running Terminus. I think his name was MacArthur or something like that. MacArthur, something like that. Anyway, he said, I wouldn't have told him and we wouldn't have came back for you guys. He said, you might have not even been dead. Think about it. Beth probably wouldn't have got kidnapped. You probably wouldn't even made it out here. He said, and then he also said Bob probably would still be alive because we didn't kill. I mean, we wouldn't have came back for him. Bob turned around and said, man, that was bullshit. He said, I already was bit. I was going to die anyway. You know what I mean? So Bob was right. Homeboy was right. I can't remember his name. What was the dude name? The one that was talking to Tyreese, the dude that was the first one that was laying there. What was his name? Beckham or something like that. Yeah, Beckham was telling him, yo, if you didn't make these mistakes, you probably would still be alive right now. And he's right. But here's the difference. It's got to be a balance. You understand? It's like at some points in time is right to stay moral. And at other points in time, it's like, kill this motherfucker. At that point in time in that shack, it was killer time. It was killing season. And he didn't live up to it. And he's saying, well, being that I couldn't take it, maybe I should go. It's better this way. That's what they kept. That's what Beth and the psycho girls kept telling them. It's better this way. Because with dudes, what's the dude named homeboy that first was talking, Beckham. He was telling them, in this world, you got to put in work if you want to stay alive. Period. It ain't no way around it. And he's right. But what's the name? Bob was also right. Bob put in work. He was taking out walkers. If he had to kill a person, he'd do it. But he kept his moral. He was like basically the good balance. That's why I was so mad to see him go. Oh man, that's one thing with The Walking Dead, man. You can't keep a black brother on there for nothing. Like we had our best point right now. There ain't it's two of them on there, and you know Gerald Levert about to get killed. He ain't got longer to go. You know what I mean? And with Morgan, like you already know, when Morgan was showing up, Tyreese had to go. That is just how I go. One when you bring in one, the other one got to go. But I'm happy that Tyreese went. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so Bob was a good balance. If he had to put in work, he put in the work. But at the same time, he kept his moral status at the, you know. So he actually did good, and he was a much better version of what Tyreese was trying to do later on, trying to be motivating people and stuff like that. When he motivated people, when Bob motivated people, you felt that shit through your fucking skin. Damn, your hair and your hand, I mean, on your arm to stick up. So yeah, Tyreese was Bob was my boy. Fuck Tyreese, kill him. Anyway, it was some good work for the governor. The governor came back. He had some problems in the when he first came back in the other seasons. You know, it was like, damn, who's this guy? What now? You know, what are they trying to make of the governor and this? You know, all that kind of stuff. But he put in some work in this episode. Turns out when the governor was talking to him, it was a damn walker. Shit jumped right on him. That finished him off. That first bite, he might have been able to survive. The second one, The shit was going through his bloodstream and everything else. He was high as a motherfucking giraffe's ass at that point. You know what I mean? Shit was all in him. Shoot. So by then, that finished him off. So the governor actually did some good in this episode, man. He came back and did exactly what he was supposed to do. Anyway, Glenn, Rick, and my wife, they having a meeting, right? And Michonne, she's trying to convince them to go to D.C., and Morgan's already on his way. Remember, he had got that note. To be honest, I really couldn't catch exactly what it said, but it said something about going to DC, if I'm not mistaken. Michonne really just wants to settle down and stop being on the road and all this killing so much. I hope they don't make it, too soft. You know what I'm saying? Because then I had to divorce her. But I can see them doing that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like she's opening up and stuff like that. We seem to have a little breakdown and stuff like that. That's fine. But please don't make us soft. Do not turn into no Tyreese. At any level, don't do that. But anyway, she wanted to stay there in Virginia. She said, this seems like a nice place. Let's settle down here and just leave it alone. And Rick thought about it. He said, nah, we can't do that. He said, you see, this place already got hit up by walkers. The back fence went down. She said, well, we could fix that up with these garage doors. He said, yeah, and they could take that shit down. And he said, not only that, look at where we at. He said, we're surrounded by forests and whatnot, and trees and shit, and weeds all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And plants and shit, wildlife. So the damn walkers all in it. He said it was only going to be a matter of time before they come knocking. And then she said, well, we can cut down the trees and yada, yada, this, yada, yada, that. Now, if you notice why they're having the meeting, right? My wife looks down and she notices all these walker bodies, but the tops is gone. The torsos, all the torsos are gone. And a couple arms, and the arms are gone. It's just the legs. Something about that ain't right. Now, the walkers didn't do it. It has to be a human. Is he still there? You know what I mean? That would have came to my mind. Like, I'd be like, oh shit, let's get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? That'd have been the first thing to go through my mind. I looked, we gotta go. Why? Let's just go. We gotta go now. Fucking dude's probably here now. We gotta go now. That would have been my reaction to it. I don't know why Glenn and Rick didn't really pay much mind to it. Michonne, she looked at it, but she, for some reason, seemed like it didn't register. She just looked like, damn, that's kind of weird. Anyway, back to the conversation. You know what I mean? That type of thing. But she did bring up some good, a good conversation. She said, okay, we do know that, damn, what's my boy name? Eugene. We do know Eugene was lying about the cure. They said, but he never said he was lying about DC. He said that it was safe. And on top of that, his whole mission, being that we know he lied, he was just trying to get to safety. So he truly and utterly believed that DC was the safest place. And he's a smart dude. Oh, everything else that he's done, he hasn't made a mistake yet. So why not trust that? And really, to be honest, Michonne just trying to find a safe place so she could stop killing and shit like that and all this moving around, fighting for food and all that kind of stuff. That's what she was trying to get out of. But at the same time, she's right. Anyway, Rick and the gang, they come to save this little hoe. Little hoe meaning Tyreese. And they cut his arm off. Now I thought when he was pointing at the governor, I thought they was gonna cut it off then. But turned out the governor came back, pushed him against the wall. That had to be Rick that pushed him against the wall to get him to sit down to take that arm off. Anyway, when they was getting ready to go out to try to save him, right by the fucking gate, looked like the fucking Thriller video. Motherfucking people came in there moonwalking and shit. They was crip walking. What you call them? Chris is still crip walking right now. And he survived against 2 walkers. That tells you Tyreese is a pussy. Anyway, Tyreese went hard for a minute real quick, but that was it. One of the walkers actually got close to getting them. But anyway, they got out and they got into the van or whatever. And they getting ready to pull off. And just when they was getting ready to pull off, they hit this truck. And all the walker tops is in there. The torsos is all in the truck. So whoever did that, that's his truck. Now, that also makes me think they have a psycho somewhere in the vicinity. For somebody to sit there and take all these walker tops and whatnot, it sounds like a Pokemon name, walker top. To take all these tops and these torsos and the heads and put them in his truck and leave them alive and to leave the legs somewhere. That just doesn't sit right. Who would do that? A psycho. So Virginia or whatever it was, Bed-Stuy, the new Bed-Stuy up in there, might have been safe. And the thing that took down the fence might have not been walkers. It could have been the psycho boy. I don't know who it was who did these, took the tops off these walkers, but I think they probably had something to do, or it probably was maybe 1 or 2 people. Why? Because there was only 1 truck that I seen. Now it could be more, but as far as I know, it looks like it's only 1 or 2. Him or she or whatever might have been the one to take down that wall to let the walkers in. You understand? I mean, and plus they made it for a while, before they got hit up. And the fence has been holding the walkers. So how they get into it that time? I think a person probably did it. And then look where the walker tops was. I mean, the bottoms, the walker bottoms. That's like some damn jeans. They had some new jeans called walker bottoms. Anyway, they was sitting by where the breach was in the wall. That looks a little suspicious. Whoever the psycho was somewhere near the breach in the wall. You understand? I'm thinking he probably had something to do with it. Anyway, because Morgan's coming, they had to get rid of Tyreese. But like I said, that was good, but it was hard as hell to see my wife crying, man. I don't like seeing my wife hurting shit. Sasha, I don't like seeing her hurting shit. Man, my heart started hurting shit. I was getting ready to cry. I was like, nah, don't let my girl cry. You know what I mean? Shit, that almost had me crying, for real. I don't want to see my baby crying. So that's the one thing I didn't like about Tyreese dying. I was like, damn, no, Sasha, please don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I had a single tear come down like this. Just one, just like this. Anyway, I'm going to give this episode a 3.5 out of 5. It was okay. Why did I do that? Because this was basically just a kill-off episode for the most part. Like I said, we got a psycho somewhere. That's true. We got good setup for the next episodes. Will look like they're gonna be good, but it really seemed like a kill-off episode. You know what I'm saying? Like they were just trying to get rid of Tyreese, which is a great thing. Don't get it twisted now. It was a great thing, but the main thing, it seemed like they stretched this episode out just to get a kill-off. You know what I mean? And we already got psychos in the Walking Dead, so this not like it's something new and refreshing or anything like that. Anyway, they got rid of the right one. Like they didn't get rid of any they got rid of the whole from the season. That's what they should have did. So that's good. So they got rid of the right one. I appreciate that. As far as Gerald Levert, he ain't gonna make it too far. You know what I mean? Like Morgan's coming, so that's why they had to get rid of Tyreese. Gerald Levert, you know, the preaching, he ain't gonna make it too far. Think about it. You seen the previous to next episodes? They going to DC and they was walking on foot. How far you think that motherfucker gonna make it? He ain't making it too far because he can't fight worth a damn. The dude's emotional wreck. He wanted to go anyway. Like when I say wanted to go, I mean like he really don't want to live anyway. Not too much. He got too much interest in living. If you look at it, because he kept saying, I need to repay for my sins and yada yada this and God, and I better get right with God and all that kind of stuff. So he doesn't seem like he's too wrapped tight. He's wrapped too tight anyway. You know what I'm saying? The only person I could see surviving is probably Chris. You understand? Chris, and then Morgan, he might go psycho again, but I hope Morgan comes back good. I mean, because in the comics, what am I going to say? In the comics, I mean, they did him better on the show than the comics, except for when he went psycho. So I do want to see him come back. You know what I mean? Okay. Anyway, Tyreese Visions did explain a lot about the world, so that's why I liked his hallucinations. It explained how you need to go hard and look at the consequences and the repercussion for what you did, but also check out the fact that you're human and you can make mistakes and you don't want to go too far off the deep end. That's what what you call him? The dude was telling him you should go far left. Bob came back. I mean Beckham. He told him you should go far left and just become a psycho killer. Bob was telling him no, you did the right thing and everything was played out the way it was supposed to anyway. And like I said, they should be somewhere in the middle. And then you had the closing, which was Beth and the two psycho girls say, "Hey, it's that time to go." They were basically saying that he was going to die anyway, like it was done. That's what that whole scene was about. You're done. So that was good. I like the way they did that and how they explained things and broke it down, and the character got to see it, and they pretty much spoke to the audience that might have not known exactly how it's working in that world. Okay. And one other thing, we're getting ready to go through like a little training session. And what I mean by that, everybody's going to level up. Did you see that shit on the way to DC? These Walker hordes are coming from left and right, top, bottom, front, back. It's going to be packed. You know what I'm saying? So everybody in the group is going to have to come up quick. Get it or get lost. Period. You understand? And then they had one scene when they was getting ready to break into the a barn or something like that through the doors. Ain't no way you're gonna be soft and you're gonna make it. Tyreese bailed out just in time because he would have got chewed up and maybe they wouldn't be there to kill him and make sure he doesn't become a walker. You understand? He might have been walking towards them. So they did a good job with that. But like I said, it's gonna be training because it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be. And plus, they're going to DC. It's going to start getting cold. Like it's going to start getting cold. They thought it'd get cold in Georgia. It doesn't get cold in Georgia. They said, "Oh, we need to bundle up. It's getting ready to be winter time." Yeah, 50 fucking degrees. You can walk around with your shirt off, and still make it in Georgia. But in DC, shit, to bundle up and bundle down. Anyway, let me go ahead and see the comments. Sasha going to be pissed. It's like being punched in the stomach twice. Bob died. She's still getting over him. Now Tyreese, that's fucked. That's fucked shit. Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I'm happy to see Tyreese go, but Bob was my boy, man. Especially when he pulled the gun on my man. Now, why am I forgetting his name? My man. Daryl. Is it Daryl? Daryl Dixon, right? Yeah. Daryl. Yeah. What the Daryl? Yeah. God damn, I don't know why I'm keep going back and forth. When he pulled the gun on him, that was crazy. I was laughing so hard. It was a comedy scene too. That had me laughing so hard. Okay, thought that your WD or Walking Dead reviews were moving to your new channel. It's funny though. I don't watch the show, but I follow your reviews. Hey, that's a good thing, man. Keep it up. That's some good work. I appreciate it. You're one of the greatest people that ever lived. Anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke, and you got the power to change that. Peace.